Well, it sounds simple, but it's actually a very long process when you're processing about 25,000 to 30,000 of them, and you're used to processing maybe 4 or 5,000. First, in order to get an absentee ballot in the mail, the voter has to complete an application to request one. So, when the voter receives their absentee ballot in the mail, it comes in a white mail envelope, and inside the white mail envelope, they will have a secrecy envelope, and then they will also have the return address envelope that has our information on the bottom of it of where it needs to come back to. It has to be postmarked by election day and in our possession by the close of the polls. So the voter will take their voted ballot, they'll vote all of their choices. If they have races that they would prefer not to vote in, they just leave those blank and the ballot will still count even if they have a blank race. So the instructions will instruct them to put their voted ballot in the secrecy envelope. Okay, and then they'll seal it. Then they take the secrecy envelope and they return it in the yellow self-addressed envelope. They seal it. They are to sign and print their name, and then they need to put a stamp on it and put it in the U.S. Postal Mail, or they can bring it into our office, or they can put it in one of our drop boxes, which we now have a couple of locations for them to return it in a drop box where they will not have to have any postage whatsoever. So once we get the ballot back in the yellow envelope, we stamp it in. It'll be time, date, and stamped in. Then after we've checked everything in, processed it in, we will remove the ballot from the secrecy envelope. Those get separated. The ballot gets put into a ballot pile, and now the secrecy begins. Then we start to process them. So we start to scan them into the tabulating scanner, and it will mark all of the races and candidates of the ballot's choice, and then it'll go into a tabulating unit, and at the end of the election, that's how we come up with all the race totals and everything and the victor. Our goal is to have them all scanned in by 7 o'clock on election night. However, we do make another mail run to the Postal Service at 7 and retrieve any ballots that they may have there. We have a good relationship with the postmaster, and they know to pull any of those yellow ballot envelopes. And then all of our drop boxes, we'll have to go around. They will be locked at 7. So any ballots that people have been dropping off throughout the day, we'll have to retrieve them. So that kind of makes the process a little longer, but that's still, we still should be able to give you some great real-time totals. Our goal is to have mostly everything processed so that you'll kind of know where you are in Bibb County by the time we ramp things up on election day.